Chapter 3. 3 days later, they still had no clues to Juliana's whereabouts. When Toby met Estelle after her morning classes, he reported, "No luck so far. ICE has checked all the shelters and Gecko's been scouring the poorer hoods." She asked, "Any news about the police investigation?" "Hacked into their files. They mention a suspicious couple. Man and woman offering meals and lodging to street kids in exchange for work. Sounds like the guys we heard about." "Do you think it's the same woman the bus driver saw with Juliana?" He twisted his lips in a grimace. "Reckon she might be." Taking Estelle's hand, he said, "Forget the girl for a spell. Let's have lunch." She smiled. "Sure. I need a break. Midterms are over, but I've been assigned a special project in the genetics lab." "Me too. Research and grading exams." He led her off campus for their postponed date. 2 blocks into the city, they rounded a corner and halted at a crosswalk. On the opposite side of the road, a notorious art dealer and thief was walking beside a square-shouldered man in a business suit. Cynthia Mortimer's fashion model physique, low-cut scarlet dress and stiletto heels evoked bad memories of her vamping Toby in Oxenford. Squashing an exclamation, Estelle stiffened in shock. Toby tugged her behind the street corner where the wall of a bank hid them from the lush-figured villainess. He muttered, "What's she doing in Atlanta? Didn't she run an art gallery in London?" Estelle wrinkled her face in disgust. "Nothing good, I'd imagine. Do you care?" "Don't fret, Star. I'm wise to her tricks. Just like to know what scam she's pulling." He felt in his pocket and brought out his box of Farlian gadgets. "Give the bird a call." Reading Estelle's thoughts, the speckled pigeon dropped onto the curb and pecked at a minute crumb. Roquette squawked, "I saw her." Bending down, Toby held out his hand and whispered, "Be a doll, Roquette, and scout for us." "Chase the sexy Cynthia," Roquette quipped. "Okay. She'll do it," Estelle relayed. Toby extracted a small grey object from his box. "Here's a snooper bug. Fly close enough to catch their voices." "Jeepers, I'll be your stool pigeon." "Our flying spy," Estelle said. Clipping the bug on the pigeon's leg, Toby said, "No risks, mind. Act natural like a normal bird. Don't let them guess you're a Farlian animal." "Okie dokie." Roquette fluttered around the intersection, just a city pigeon hunting for scraps of food. Toby stared at his phone. In a few seconds, the throaty voice of their quarry sounded above the rumble of traffic, clear and critical. "Pitiful prophets. Your operation might easily be expanded to 10 or even 100 times its current scale." Her male companion grumbled, "But Cynthia dear, we can't afford to scale up. It's too dangerous. Adding kids means more risk of attracting the wrong sort of attention. Cops'll stamp on us." "Tex, you invited me here to invigorate a flagging scheme. You needn't worry about the police. My proposal is perfectly legal." A pause indicated Tex's slow thought processes. "Okay. What's the idea?" "I propose you apply for a contract to operate a detention center for migrant minors. Happy Homes Educational Center has plenty of space to accommodate additional children. There's no cost to you. Your government will fund the renovations, pay for food and other necessities." His voice warm with admiration, Tex said, "Lady, you're a genius." Toby squeezed Estelle's arm and breathed, "So that's her game." The voices blurred and faded. "They've gone into a building," Roquette reported. "Gone inside," Estelle echoed for Toby's benefit. He strode around the corner to check. Trotting after him, Estelle saw the pigeon perched on the sign above the entrance to a restaurant. Toby caught her hand and pulled her toward the restaurant. They strolled casually past the front windows, glancing sideways at the interior furnishings. "We can't follow them," he grated. "Place looks too snobby." He gestured across the street. "How about we grab a sandwich in that deli? If we sit near the window, we can watch for Cynthia and Tex to come out." "Sure." Estelle slipped her hand around his elbow. As they waited for the traffic lights to change, he said, "Cynthia's met us. I'll call in Gecko and Fricker. They can shadow our targets without being recognized." She shrugged. "Okay by me. Anyway, I can't stay long. I've got a class at 2. After they ordered their sandwiches, Toby thumbed his phone. "Got it," he announced. "What?" "Address for Happy Homes Educational Center. Reckon it's worth a visit." "With me," Estelle pleaded. "My class will be over at 3 o'clock. He warned, "It's an hour's drive. Might be longer if we hit rush hour traffic." Tingling with anticipation, she nodded. "Okay. Meet me at the usual spot. Don't forget your spy pigeon," Roquette cooed. Possibly hearing the suggestion relayed from Growler, Toby drawled, "Bring the bird."